All right. So you see here image of a typewriter, and I hope everybody has seen when you wanted to create a rental agreement, you wanted to create a notary. For all these cases, you used a typewriter. So what does the typewriter do? So they particularly load a particular file or a bond, and they put the cursor at the start of this particular file on the top, and they start typing. As and when they move to the end of the file, they basically take back the cursor to again the next line, the first character. Okay, so they keep writing this till the end, and they remove this particular bond, and they again change it the direction, and they again start typing. Once done, they give you this particular bond. Okay, so the reason I am telling you this analogy is that even in computer science, the way the softwares read the files. Okay, what do I mean by files? Like text file or CSV file or whatever files. So, so a similar analogy is used. Basically, you open the file. So you basically open the file, and you keep on moving your cursor, and once you do a lot of analysis or whatever changes you want to do in the file, you want to basically uh, close the file or remove the file, right? So the analogy is very simple: open the file, do some work, and close the file. Okay, for any of the files that you want to work with. So this is the basic steps, the 3 steps. Okay, now what kind of files that we are going to work with in our software development? So we are going to work sometime with the database files like .mdb, .frm, .sqlite. Okay, sometimes we are going to work with .doc file, xls file, csv file, pdf files, right? Sometimes we are going to work with jpeg files, png files, gif files, right? These are all called binary files. Okay, a most common type of file is called a text file. So you store some kind of configuration inside this particular file, and you want to read that configuration. That is possible. Okay, so that is possible using programming. Okay, now how the Python as a programming language, for that matter any programming language, has to provide some kind of support for these files. Okay, so in Python, for most of these file types, there are different types of packages. Some are inbuilt and some are there in the PyPI that we learned already yesterday. Okay, for example, you want to read a CSV file, there is already a module called CSV. If you want to read and do some modification to XLS file, there is a XLS LT module. Okay, so similarly, um, for databases there are different modules, and for PDF there is a different modules that are already available to you. But the in this session what we are going to learn is how to do the basic things on a text file and a simple CSV file. Let's take, and I will show you how to open it, how to read from that and print it. Okay, that's going to be our learning today. And in Python, by default, yesterday we learned there is a package called OS. So OS package helps you to interact with the file system of operating system as well. For example, you want to create a file, you want to delete a file, you want to create a directory and all that thing. And it also provides an additional sub package called path. Okay, so there is a os.path which will help you to interact with the specific creating of paths. What do I mean by path? Like C program files in that particular specific program, like MySQL and all that. So you can dynamically create those paths out of this. There are multiple packages similar to this, like SHUTL or PathLab, which was introduced some time before. And all these will help you to interact with the files directly. So what are the basic operations that you will do basically when someone says as an admin?
Pavan, I'm sorry. Hello, can you hear me, Pavan?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you sharing the screen? I'm sorry, I joined a minute late, so
Just a minute. Sorry.
Yeah, Pawan, you haven't shared the screen. actually.
Yeah, I've done now.
Thanks.
Yeah. So now, I don't know, you've seen the typewriter. I think this is the typewriter I was referring to. Okay. So just keep that in mind when you code, and coming back to, what are the operations that we think we are going to do with the files. So when somebody says, for example, you are going to automate on the server side, okay, you want to retrieve the files in a directory, you want to create a directory, and you want to find a directory with a specific match in the file names, like find Linux command that does, and you want to traverse the directories till the last folder is found. So you want to list all the subdirectories, you want to make temporary files, and you want to do directories, you want to delete these files and directories, you want to copy files from one place to another place. Okay, sometimes you want to do a zip file, you want to tar and untar, right? And you want to open multiple files, and at the same time you want to do some kind of data entry into that particular file using automation. Now, when you want to deal with a particular file, right, there are some ways to open it. You have to tell Python that this is the permission type that I am going to open with. Okay. You want to open in only write mode, or you want to open in only read mode. You want to open only in append mode, right? So when you open in a write mode, what happens is that you are just going to give the name of the file. If the file does not exist, the write will try to create a new file for you. Okay, as long as there is a permission for your program, it will help you to create a file for you. But in the read, if the file does not exist, okay, then it throws an error saying that the file does not exist. Okay. Whereas append mode is the file has to be there, and in append mode always, as you remember in the list also, the append added an element at the end. So the append functionality will help you to add the content that you say at the end of the file. So as you imagine the typewriter, right? So when you open a file in append mode, by default, the cursor, the cursor would be at the end of the file. But when you open a file for reading and writing, the cursor will be beginning of the file, the zeroth character, the top character, top left character. Okay. So these are the fundamental operations like read, write, and execute, like read, write, and append that you do. Okay. Apart from that, there are two additional permissions like R plus. Suppose you want to do at a given moment both read and write to the file. At that time, you will use a specific function like permission called R plus. Similarly, you have A plus. That means you want to do both append and read mode. So a file will be opened, and you can add the data to the end of the file, and also you can read the information from that as well. Okay. So I will show you some of the basic things, but in Linux, right? So for any given file, for any given file, so this is just an additional information that there is some kind of permission that is given to each file. Like it includes three things: one is read, write, and execute. And for read we give 4 points, for write we give 2 points, and for execute we give 1 point. So when we say that the permission of 7 is given to a user, okay, at that means the user has full permissions to do anything with the file, like read, write, and execute. But if you say only 6, that means that it will be only read and write, no execute. But when you say 4, it means that only read. Okay. But sometimes when you create a file, you will see 644 or 777. That means a permission for a user is given the first element, and second one is called a group, and the third one is called a others. For we can define all the permissions in one go using three numbers: one is user, one is group, and the third one is others. So based on these permissions, the users can interact with the files. So let's do a simple thing. I've created a simple file called sample.txt. You can add anything. So I just created 3 lines of code. Okay. Now I will tell you how to basic simple way to open this file and read it. So I will say use file.py. Okay. So I'm not going to import anything because I don't need anything. Python already has inbuilt so many things. Okay. So now the way to open this file is basically, we said 3 steps, right? Open, do something, and close, right? So when I say there is a function called open by default in Python, which takes the file name or the file path. So here the file path is sample.txt in the current folder, and I want to open in read mode. Okay. So when you use this particular functionality, it returns your cursor. I'm going to call it as a file handler. Okay. I'm going to name it as a uh, file handler. Okay. This is called a cursor as well. So let me rename it to cursor so that you get it. So the cursor by default, when you open in a read mode, is at the top of the file at the 0th place. Okay. Now when I do cursor dot read, so it reads the complete content of the file. So what I will do, there is a functionality called read, and let me print the content, and let me close this. I need to close this, right? Cursor dot close. So this is the simple function I did. So I have not handled any errors, and I have to explicitly close this. Okay. So now when I run this file, let me show you how to run this. So let me go into directory called file handling. Now I see this file exists. So I will run it python use file.py. So as you can see, the content is printed. The content is printed. The whole content from the um, the file is printed. But I will introduce you to a better way to do things. Okay. So instead of I manage the cursor completely, here I'm explicitly closing it. I don't have to worry as a developer to close this. Okay. Let Python take care of it. To do that, I will use a statement called with. Okay. And I will name this as FV. Nothing else has changed, or cursor. Nothing else has changed. Now I will do. Now I'll print this. I don't have to explicitly close now. I will just delete this. So this is a better way to code. So what I use a statement called with, and the same functionality I'm opening. And when I open it, I'm going to store that particular whatever cursor pointer that I have. I'm storing in a variable called cursor, and I'm reading the content, and I'm just printing the value of this. Okay. Now I'm printing it. Let's do something else. I'm going to again open this, and I'm going to open in a say write mode. But anytime you open an existing file in a write mode, it will clear all the content that was there in the file. Okay. So I will open in an appending mode. So when I said append mode, it will the pointer would be always at the end of the file. Okay. Now I will do cursor dot write, and I will say new line added via append. Okay. Now I want to read this again, right? I want to read the whole content, right? I cannot immediately, I cannot immediately read this. Let me show you. Let me print directly this content, and let me show you what happens. Print. Now what should be the output here? What is the error here? Cursor dot read. It is not basically readable because operation is not supported in append mode. But I will do this append plus, right? Append plus, as I said, you can also read, right? So let's do this. See, there is a new line added via append, so that you are getting at the end of the file. Okay, so this is append plus mode. But if you are done just append, you cannot read in the same functionality. Again, you have to open the file and read and read the complete file. Okay. Now the next question you might have, let's try to, before that, let's try to create a new file. Okay. So let me comment this out. The way to comment is use particular hash. Okay. So let me also hash this. That means I'm commenting this code. Now with open, what I will do is I will say sample2.txt in write mode. That means that it will create if it does not exist, because I have not created. And cursor. Okay. Cursor dot write. I will write something here. Okay, what do I write here? I will write, we are learning Python today. I don't have to do anything, right? So let's run this. It should create a file for us. So we are not printing anything, right? So let me show you. The file got created here and we got a content inside that particular file. It's quite easy. Okay. So we understood about read mode, append plus mode, and append also we got an error. And we also understood about write mode. Okay. So this is how you start working with the files. Okay. Now, let us try to read the same file line by line. Here we printed, right? We printed whole content using a method called read here, right? So let's not do that. Let's try to read the uh, file and let's process it line by line. That would be a very interesting way to do it, right? So by default, Python provides inbuilt functionality called read line. Okay, so basically what happens is you keep the line, okay, you read the line and you can just print it. So the way to do it, the cursor will provide you a functionality called read line. You can also use a functionality called read lines, which provides you a list. Okay, now let me print this. It should print what? It should print the the list of lines, because I used read lines. Let me use only read line, so it should give you only a single line. So this is the difference between read line and read lines. Read lines is giving you basically the list of lines that are there in the file. So quite simple, right? Similarly, as you can just guess, as I'm able to read the line by line, okay, read the content of the file line by line, I should be able to add the content line by line as well. So you have a functionality called write lines and write line as well. Okay, now we are able to read the line. The other way to do it is very simple. Okay, right now I only printed one line, right? I don't want to do this. What I will do is, for line in cursor, if you just code this and say print line, so basically it will do what? Let us see. So it has printed all the three lines. Quite simple. So directly the cursor is giving you a pointer and you are looping on that pointer. You are saying I need a line from it. You can name that variable anything, and I'm just printing the lines here. Quite simple. There are multiple ways. I am showing you as much as possible. Okay, now as I said, you can do a lot more, and um, I will show you now simple way to deal with CSV files. Okay, I have a simple CSV file here. Okay, so what is a CSV file? A CSV file is a comma separated values, CSV full form, and all the values that you see here are separated by a delimiter called a comma. Okay, and as you can see, how many columns are there? If you open this in Excel sheet, right, it will show you all these values as a rows and columns. So here the first row contains basically four columns: the programming language, who designed it, and when did it appear, and what is the extension of the files that is being used. Here, for example, Python Kiddo Van Rossum 1991.5. Okay, Java James Gosling 1995.java. C++ got there in 1983 by Brian Strastrup, and .cpp is the extension. Okay, so let's try to read this CSV file. The way to read the CSV file is using a inbuilt module that Python provides you called a CSV. Okay, so let me show you. Uh, Let me type in Python and let me do import CSV and do dir of CSV. So as you can see, there is some functionality that is available here. Okay, CSV reader, there is an option called reader, right? There is an option called writer. As you can guess, these will be used to basically read the CSV and write into the CSV. If you can help and see CSV dot reader. So what does it require? It requires an iterable, that is, you can loop on Okay, for example, you open a file and that is iterable. That's what you saw in the latest example here. Where is that? Yeah, so you saw here you are able to do a for loop on top of this, right? Similarly, you can do also using a CSV module. So let me show you an example. So here I'm using this particular file, okay? uh, and I'm going to open that particular file in basically write mode or read mode, whatever you want, and you will basically do a reader. Okay, you will basically do a reader. Let me create a different file now. Say for example use csv.py, and I will do import csv. Now the simplest possible way to read is basically use the reader functionality, but reader functionality requires you to have a file handler. Okay, so the way to do is you just use the open method as we did before. Okay, as we did before, you just have to do with open and give the file name. What is the file name that we have here? Data.csv as cursor. Okay, so nothing special about it. Okay, nothing special about it. Now only change that we need to do from before is that CSV also need to understand it already has its inbuilt reader. So we need to create an functionality out of it, and you need to pass this cursor. Okay, and by default the delimiter is comma separated, right? So what I will do is CSV cursor I will create here, and basically I can for line in CSV cursor I would just print the line and show you what is there. Okay, what is there I will just show you, and we can then go to the next step. Python use csv.py. What is the error? So what is wrong? What is wrong here? We have to basically do we have an encoding? Just a minute, guys. Give me a minute. All right. So basically, the simple syntax that I'm not sure what is the problem in UTF-8 right now, but the simple syntax and the way to go ahead is that just a minute. I think I made a mistake here. Yeah, now it is cool. So the problem that I had right now was the Python by default tries to decode the code in ASCII, and I would have set it up to UTF by ATF8 by default, and my setup was something different. Now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to open the file, and I'm saying open in a read mode, and basically encode whatever content is there in a format called UTF-8. UTF-8 is the standard. Okay, when we had initially had characters like we had from A to Z, there were 26 characters and we had numbers. Then came in all these at symbol, hash symbol, all those symbols were there, but all these languages and the memory did not have specific encoding for them, the way to tell to machine. Okay, now we have found some characters here which are not ASCII type, so we needed to use an additional a new format called UTF-8. Right now there is a UTF-16, also UTF-32 as well. So I'm going to just decode it like whatever content is coming, just encode it via UTF-8 and just read it, and I'm just printing it. Okay. So now you're able to read the CSV. Similar to here functionality called reader, you have a functionality called writer. Okay. The way to write is quite simple. You basically open a file and you say the reader, the csv.writer, you create an object of it, and you will basically use a command called write row. The way you do it is basically with open data.csv, and I'm going to open in a write mode, right? And I'm going to use cursor here, and I'm going to use csv.writer, and I'm going to pass this cursor here, and I'm going to store this in a writer variable, and I'm going to say writer dot is this writer? Yeah. So writer dot write row. In the bracket, you just pass the content like header 1, header 2. Now when I run this code, so basically it would have basically dynamically updated the CSV file with header 1 and header 2, and this would be part of your content. So this is quite easy to actually write the content into the CSV file. So for example, your manager tomorrow asks you to, go to database, fetch the data, and give me a customized report where you want to perform some additional operations, like, okay. So at that time, you can use this module called CSV. You can open and start writing into it using this write row. Whatever you customized code, whatever you have, you can just keep writing it and you would get a CSV file like this. So basically, if you open in Excel sheet, it would look much, much better. So the error that you are getting previously is because of the first character, as you see in the output, that is /u, and /fff, that is there before programming language. So which was there in this particular file. So that is the reason you are not able to read. So Python was not able to understand it. So I just made the code to encode this /u into something that computer can understand, the Python can understand. Okay, so we learned, to summarize, we learned basically how to open the file, how to do something with the file, and how to uh, close the file. And we modified this into something more simpler with the with statement. We understood about different permissions like read, write, append, and read plus and append plus. We also saw how to create a particular file, also add some content directly to into the text file. And also we understood how to open the file and read whole content, read line by line in a multiple ways. Okay, we also understood about the CSV module little bit, and we were able to read the CSV file even though there was an error which we fixed on the go. And similarly, we also understood about how to write into a CSV file. So any questions so far here? Any question here? So I'll share this code with you so that you can try. Let me share it right away. Let me know if you have any questions here. Just try that out and let me know if you have any questions. For XLS, there are different modules, okay, similar to CSV. Just you need to know the syntax and it will work. All right. So if there are no questions, thank you. I think we can continue this session tomorrow. We can understand a little more modules. Otherwise, we can move to the next step. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.